Hi everyone, my name's Claire and I'm the manager of the Koorie Services Centre at Melbourne Polytechnic. I'm a Bundjalung woman, so I'm originally from New South Wales, and today I'm here to answer your You Can't Ask That questions. Great question. Sometimes terminology and words can be tricky, especially since Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people use a lot of words to refer to themselves. In this instance, the word Koorie is place-based, meaning it tells you where that person is from. So if you meet an Aboriginal person and they refer to themselves as Koorie with an E on the end, that means you know they're from Victoria. This happens all across Australia using words to describe where you're from. In Queensland, you might describe yourselves as a Murray if you're an Aboriginal person from there or those surrounds. It's a great word to help you figure out where an Aboriginal person is from. Koorie can be used in most places. However, as always, check with your individual, family, community group and see what they would like to be called. I understand the confusion here. I actually get this question a lot. In some ways they're very similar, but also very different. So an acknowledgement to country includes someone standing up and acknowledging the country that you work, live, play on, and the ongoing connection that the traditional custodians have to that land. An acknowledgement can be performed by anyone, whether you're Indigenous or non-Indigenous, and that's where the difference lies. Because a welcome to country can only be performed by someone from that country. For instance, I'm on Wurundjeri country now, so only a Wurundjeri elder could welcome me. Another way I like to think of it is if you invited me to visit your house, you would welcome me in, and I would acknowledge your house by saying, "Wow, what a great place you have here." But I would never welcome anyone else to your house, because it's yours. You care for it. No, this is actually not okay. Due to our history and the past genocide attempted by past Australian governments, we no longer classify people in terms of blood quadrants or racist eugenic ideas. What we do now, we look at culture over colour. Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people only need to satisfy 3 requirements. 1, personally identifying as Indigenous. 2, being of Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander descent through one of your parents. And 3, being accepted by your community. I don't think it's a competition, but I understand this question. I think it reflects how, as a nation, we're beginning to have a greater understanding of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander histories, cultures, peoples, and it makes us question our collective identity. Personally, I don't think I'm any more Australian than you. I don't even know if there is a type of Australian. I think that's what Australia is based off. Different people bringing their skills, interests and qualities to the table. I do, however, have to note that many Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people don't feel Australian at all. And after the horrors that we've been through, I can't blame them. I think this discussion about who is Australian and what is Australian will go for many years to come. Absolutely not. How could you have changed anything in the past? Unless you're a time traveller, in which case, let me know. You didn't have any control over the events that happened then. I don't want anyone to feel guilty. I just want people to be educated about what happened, to understand that we're still using the social constructs that were constructed back then, and to understand that these constructs unequally benefit others above some. That's all. Great question. For instance, I'm a Bundjalung woman, but I work and live on Wurundjeri land. And this is possible because we're modern peoples. Even though we love our country, and I'm waiting to get back to some soon, we're not tied to it. We also need to move for work, uni, our family, a specific job. We just make time to go back to our own country throughout the year, and often we connect with the people's country that we do live on. And those are all the questions we have for today. Thank you so much for watching. As always, it is my joy to talk and help others learn. If you're interested in contacting the Koorie Services Centre for anything else, all our information can be found on the Melbourne Polytechnic website.